Okay, so good morning, one and all. Good morning, one and all. Now, in today's lecture, we will see first the practicals which we have conducted. Okay, so which are the problem statement? I have shared that list on the Moodle as well as on your WhatsApp group also. So first I will share the screen. Yes. Trace, mute yourself. Okay, screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. So these are the 10 experiment list. Okay, so in that first experiment is based on algorithm and flowchart that we will see in the later sessions. Next is the based on the introduction to C language, that is IO functions, simply printf, scanf, getS, putS, like this, as well as there are some problem statements. Okay, so just go through that. I will share this list on the WhatsApp group as well as Moodle also. Okay, so this is our problem statements, which is experiment number 2, that is introduction to C language. So which are the problem statement? Implement the program to print your biodata using printf statement or printf function. It's okay. You can just display using printf function. What is your name, roll number, what is address, what is mobile number, like this. Okay, so it is simple one. Then implement a C program to demonstrate assignment operators. So we will see that different types of operators in today's lectures. Okay, so then to perform addition, subtraction, division, multiplication of the three numbers, what we have to do for this program, take the three numbers from the user, then make the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication of these three numbers, as well as to find the average of three numbers. Means take the three numbers from the user and find the average. Okay, so we will see that. Then implement C program to find the area of the circle, area of the triangle, simple interest. Okay, so these are the problem statements for the first experiment, that is based on the introduction to C language. Understood, guys? Yes, we will see one by
Yes,
one.
sir.
Okay, so first we have opened our IDE, that is dev C++ IDE. Great. So in last lecture, what we have seen? Tell me. In last lecture, we have seen first types of operators. Yes, that there are three types of different types of operator: unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator. Okay, so in that, in today's lecture, we will cover next type, that is called as binary operator. Okay, so binary operators. What is meant by binary operator? The operator which performs operation on two operands. Okay, there must be two operands. Okay, to perform the operation. So that type of operator we have called, the operator which perform the operation on the two operands is called as binary operator. Okay, guys, understood? So which are the binary operators are again divided into number of different types. So we will see one by one. So first basic, that is called as arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Which are the arithmetic operators? such as plus, minus, that is addition, subtraction, division, then multiplication, and next is a mod operator. Guys, this division and mod operator are the most important arithmetic operators. All others we have no. Plus operator for addition, minus, division. Now division. So what division operator gives you? Okay. So in C language, how we write if we want division? So first we write C is equal to A division B. So A divide B. So this division operator, if value of A, suppose value of A is 22 and value of B is 5. Okay, so division 22 divided by 5, it gives you quotient. Division operator gives you quotient, and that quotient is saved into the C variable. Understood? Yes. Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
What is the quotient? What is the quotient? 4. 5 into 4 that is 20. So quotient, that is bhagakar. Marathi. In Marathi, that is called as bhagakar. So quotient is 4. Yes. And so division operator gives you quotient, while mod operator, if you use the mod operator like this, C is equal to same 22 mod of 5. So mod operator gives you remainder. What? Remainder. So mod operator gives you remainder. So what is the remainder? If you divide 22 by 5, then what happens? Quotient is 4 and the remainder is
2.
What is the remainder? 2.
2.
So this 2, value 2, mod operator returns. Always remember, mod operator returns remainder and division operator returns quotient. Okay, so this remainder, that is 2, is saved into the C variable. So this is the arithmetic operator, okay, which is binary one, because which perform operation on the 2 operands, 22 as well as 5. So these are the 2 operands. Okay, so division mod operator performs operation on the 2 operands. Okay, understood? Next.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So this is binary operator. Then next type of operator is called as comparison operators. Comparison operator. So comparison operators are less than, greater than, less than, equal, greater than, equal, equal is a 2 times equal operator. This is called as comparison operator. Okay. Then not equal. Okay. So all these are the comparison operator. Guys, note that, like in maths, less than, equal to is similar to, equal to, less than. No, you can write like this only. Less than, equal. Equal is next. Then greater than, equal. Okay. So these are the comparison operator. What comparison operator returns? What these operator returns? These operators performs operation on the operands and returns. What it returns? It returns true or false. Means comparison is giving what it gives. It gives you either true or false. In C language, true means any non-zero value. Any non-zero value. True means any non-zero value, and false means zero. False means 0. Means if, for example, where this operator is used, these operators are used mostly in condition part. Condition part. So condition part, which is branching statement or looping statement. If if else, ladder, while loop, do for loop. We will see that in the next chapter. Okay, so in that we have used the comparison operator to compare two operands. For example, suppose A is less than B. Okay, so this is a condition. A is less than B. Suppose A value of A is 10. What is the value of A? Suppose it is 10 and value of B is equal to 20. So what it returns? This comparison operator, what it returns? It returns false or true. Yes, what it returns? It returns true, because
True.
A is less than B. Yes, it is true. So it returns true. True means any non-zero value. Most of time it is 1. Most of time it is a 1. 1 means true and 0 means false. But that is not the concept. If it is minus 120, that's also considered as a true value. Okay, we will see that. Great. So I hope you understand this condition comparison operators, and these comparison operators are mostly used as a part of condition in branching and looping statements. Okay, so third type of operator, that is called as assignment operator. So what is assignment operator? So assignment is just single type equal. Okay, double equal is a comparison operator. Means what if you write like this? Suppose A's current value considered, it is a 10 and B's value is 20. What equal to compares operand A and operand B and returns. If it is both are equal, then it is returned true. Otherwise, it returns false. And just single equal, this is called as assignment operator. So what assignment operator does? This is assignment. What? This left hand side value is assigned to the right hand side value is evaluated, and this value is assigned to the left hand side variable. So this is called as assignment operator. So assignment operators are also different types. For example, plus equal, minus equal, multiplication equal, division equal. So these are the assignment operators. Equal to time is a comparison operators, and these are all assignment operator. Understood? Assignment means assign the value of right hand side to the left hand side variable. For example, what is the example? So if C is equal to B, what is the meaning of that? We have assigned whatever may be value of B, same value we assign to the C variable. Next, C plus equal B. So what is the meaning of this? This is a shorthand notation. This is a shorthand notation. Preprocessor expands this shorthand notation into longhand notation. So compiler understood the meaning of that statement. So this is a shorthand notation. So what is the long form or longhand notation of this? That is C is equal to C plus B. Okay. So this is the meaning of this assignment operator. Plus equal. Plus equal means what? C is equal to C plus B, means we have to add C into B, and this addition is again saved into C variable. Okay, so this is the right hand side value is assigned to the left hand side value, that is a C. Guys, understood this assignment operator? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there in the list there are this type of program is also there. Implement a C program to demonstrate the assignment operations. So how we can solve it? Just I will demonstrate it. Create new source file, then save it. Give the name as a assignment operator Then choose the source file as a C source file. Save it. Okay, so this is assignment operator.c. So next, first include our header file hash include stdio.h, then int main, that is the main function. Create that main function. Great. Now, what is the problem statement? So implement the C program to demonstrate assignment operations. So what are the assignment operations? Operators are available. Yes, there are the different operators. Assignment operator equal, plus equal, minus equal, multiplication equal. Yes. So we will demonstrate 2 or 3 operators in that. For that, any operator, that these are all binary operators. So we required either 2 operands. So suppose A is equal to initially 2, B is equal to suppose 20, and C is a third variable where we want to save the result. So first, C is equal to A. This is the assignment operator. That means 10 value is assigned to the C. Let's print it using printf statement. So printf C is equal to %d, comma C, then give semicolon. Okay. Next, this is the first step. Next, C is equal to plus equal. You can take any value, suppose B. Great. So what is the meaning of this? This is a shorthand notation. Preprocessor expands this shorthand notation into longhand notation, like C is equal to C plus B. Okay. So it's longhand notation and compiler recognize what is the meaning of this statement. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
तर ते तुम्ही आता लिहिलं ना ते टाईप नाही केलं ते चालतं ना आपण प्रोग्राम लिहिताना.
Which one? This one. These are the comment line. Yes, yes. These are the comment lines. What is the exactly expansion of this statement? Okay. So these are the only for your understanding purpose. What is the expansion? When this program is pre-processed, when you click on compilation, before compilation, pre-processing is there. What is pre-processing? To expand your code. So this is the expansion done internally. Okay, this is the meaning of this. You have don't write comment line.
Okay,
this is a comment line for your understanding purpose. Okay, comment lines are not executable lines in C language. These are not executed. Okay, for your understanding purpose, I have write in this way. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So initially you don't know what is meaning of C plus equal B. What is the meaning? So meaning is this. So we will prove that. Then just go and printf again value of C, which may be changed because it is a variable and value get changed. So we will check it. What is the current value? And print C. Great. Last, return 0. Okay. So first we will check these two only, and then we will add another assignment operator also. So save it. First compile it. Yes, check whether there is any error warning. No error, no warning. So let's move and run the program. So what is the current statement? C is equal to 10, first line, and C is equal to 30. Okay, let's check. Is it correct or not? So first A's value is 10 assigned to C. So here, what is the output? C is equal to 10. Yes, great. And in this line, what is the output? First, what is the current value of C? 10. Here 10 plus B is 20. So 10 plus 20 becomes 30. So here C is equal to 30. Great. Let's do /n, that is next line. So output get compile and run. Okay. So C is equal to 10. C is equal to 30. Let's move. Now tell me, if I write C into equal to suppose B. Yes, and same statement I have repeat, that is print the value of C. Print the value of C. Before that, give the /n because it is a next line. These 3 lines are printed on the next line. Guys, tell me what is the value of C here? Tell me what is the value of C? C is equal to what it is printed. So current value of C. What is the current value of C? 30. What is the meaning of this? First, we have to expand this statement. What is the meaning? C is equal to C
100
multiplied by B. Yes, this is the meaning. So initial current value here, current value, what is the current value? 30. So 30 into what? B current value of B is 20. So what is the output? 20 into 30, it is a 600. Okay, so what is the output here? Here C is equal to 600 expected output. Let's check whether it gives correct output or not. Compile and run it. Yes, as per our logic and prediction, the output is correct. Guys, understood? Yes.
sir.
So I will show last less equal B. And again, I will print same line, that is same value C. Now tell me what is the output here at the fourth line. That is the fourth time we will print the value of C. So let's tell me what is the output of C. So what is the meaning? C is equal to C divided by B. Okay, so C divided by B. So what is the value? Current value of C is 600
20
divided by 20. So it becomes
30.
30. Expected value here is 30. Yes, let's check whether it gives correct output or not. Compile and run. Great. C is equal to 30. We want to give /n here. Again, compile and run and check. Yes, it gives the 30. Hope you understand this assignment operator with the suitable program. Yes, guys, any doubts in this assignment operator, which is binary one? Okay, these operators are binary one. Let's check. Equal, assignment, plus. These are the binary because which performs operation on two operands. This performs operation on two operands. So these are the binary operators. Exact. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so shall we move?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move to our conceptual part. So this is assignment operator. So again, there are some programs in the list, which is addition, multiplication, division of three numbers. Yes, it is a simple one, or to find the area of three numbers. Okay, these are based on the different operators, that is the arithmetic operators, assignment operators are there. So let's demonstrate one more, that is implement. Okay, so find the average of three numbers. Okay, so we will implement it. So create new source file. This is the program to find the average of three numbers. Now implement it. First is #include stdio.h, include the header file, then our main function from where program get started when you run the program. Next, find the average of three numbers. So what we required? Three variables. So declared integer a, comma b, comma c. These are the three variables. Now this is called as declaration statement. This is called as declaration statement. Why it is called as declaration? Because we have only declared a, b, and c variable. Values we cannot assign it. We can assign the values in two ways: at compile time and at run time. Compile time means here directly we can assign the value a is equal to 10. Then it is called as assignment of the value to the variable at the compile time. But we will take the value from the user at the run time. So how we write it? Just write like this. Printf enter value of a comma b comma c. Okay, single line we have to write. Otherwise we will write like this also. Enter value of a, then scanf one time. No need, because we know scanf we will take the values at a time. For example, %d, %d, %d. 3 values we required. Where we want to save it? At the address of a variable, at the address of b variable, comma, at the address of c variable. Give the semicolon. Great. So in the single line, we will scan the 3 variables value. That is called as dynamically. Dynamically, we have taken the values from the values are not static. Static means what? We have assigned here a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, c is equal to 30, like this. This is called a static initialization. But now we will take the values of a, b, c from users at the runtime. So it is called as dynamically initialization of variable. Next, this is called as inputting. Input process. We have take the input from the user. Now processing. Second step is processing. What we required? Average of 3 numbers. So first we have to make sum of 3 numbers. How to make sum? A is equal to, sum is equal to a plus b plus c. Yes, we will do that. A is equal to a plus b. If you don't understand it, just give the parenthesis, then also it's okay. First make the addition of a plus b, then add c into that addition, like this also. Okay, so this is the addition of 3 numbers a, b and c. So sum, first calculate the sum. Now make the average. How we can make the average? AVG average is equal to sum divided by 3. So it gives you average. Okay, but guys, we cannot declare sum and AVG. Okay, then it gives you error. So I will give average. That is the name of the program. Save it. Now compile it. It gives a syntactical error. Let's check. Sum undeclared. We cannot declare sum. Then average. We cannot declare average. So always remember that whenever you use any variable names, then you have to declare it. That is the syntax of C language. Now again compile it. Okay, it does not give any error, no warning. Okay, so hope you understand why we can declare the variables initially whenever we use it. Okay, next, print it. Print the average. Printf, print the average on the console. Average of 3 numbers is equal to %d/n, comma average. Okay, and last statement. What is the last statement? Return 0. Great. Now compile it. No error, no warnings. Now run it. Okay, so what is the message? Enter value of a comma b comma c. So first we have enter value a, that is 10. Press enter key. So this 10 value is assigned to the variable a. Now second time cursor is blinking. So if I give the value 20 and press enter, this 20 is assigned to the variable b. Now 30 and press enter, then 30 is assigned to the c variable. Now check, average of 3 numbers is equal to 20. Is that correct? Yes. 60 divided by 3, it gives you 20 as an average of 3 numbers. Great. If you want to demonstrate, then you just give the toggle breakpoint, then debug. Okay, so debugging gets started. So add watch for variable A, just add watch. B, then add watch for sum, for average also. Okay, so initial value 0, 44, 0, 0, 1, like this, anything garbage like values. So next line, enter value of A and B, this get executed, scanf is executed. So now this is the first line. So first I have taken 20, 10 and press enter, and let's check. When you press enter, value of A, okay, now first it is not executed because 3 values we have taken at the same time. So 20, 30 and then press enter. Okay, now check. Current value of A becomes 10, B becomes 20, C becomes 30. Why is not reflected? Because this is a one single statement. When this is executed, then the values of A, B and C get changed. Now sum is equal to A plus B plus C. This is the line which we want to execute. So initially sum is equal to 0, average is equal to 1. When you click on the next line, what happens? A plus B, sum becomes 60. Now 60 divided by 3. When you click on the next line, average, what is the average? 20. Now this average is displayed instead of percentage D. So average of 3 numbers is equal to what? 20 is displayed on the console or text mode window. Let's check. Average of 3 numbers is equal to 20. Great. Now next line and stop the execution of your program. So this is called as debugging, and this is most important to find out runtime errors, that is called as exceptions. Guys, if you have any doubts till this, please ask. Anyone have any doubts? Tell me. Yes, I will share the code here. Yes. So you can go through this code also. First program code, I will share first assignment operators code also. Yes, chat window is visible to everyone. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great, Mayuresh. So,
Yes, sir.
great. So I hope you understand these two programs. Next, move to the next type of operators. So we have explained binary operators. First is arithmetic operators, then comparison operators, then assignment operators. Okay, so there are different types of operators exist, which is binary one. Next, fourth type of operators, that is called as logical operators. So which are the logical operators? These are the and 2 times, pipeline 2, that is or, okay, and not. So these are the logical operators, and these logical operators are mostly used to combine two conditions. Okay, to combine two conditions, and or operator or not operator is used. Okay, so we will see that logical operators in the control statements, how that works. So I hope you understand these are different binary operators. Now it's time to explore third type of operator, that is ternary operator, or it is called as the tertiary operator also. So which is that? So this is called as question mark colon, question mark colon. This is called as ternary operator, and this ternary operator performs operation on 3 different operands. So that's why it is called as ternary operator. ternary operator performs operation on 3 different operands. So this is called as ternary operator. And how, what is the operator's symbol? Question mark and colon. This is called as ternary operator. Guys, let's demonstrate with some example. Okay, so first save it. Name as a ternary one, then source type, save it. So let's check from the list what is the program on the any program on the ternary operator. Yes, there are the some programs on the ternary operator. So this is the first. Implement the C program to find entered number is even or odd number using ternary operator. Also there are second 14 problem statement, that is implement a C program to find the largest number between two numbers using ternary operator. Okay, so I will solve one and you will practice next one. So I will take one program. So what is the program statement? This is the problem statement. Implement a C program to find entered number is even or odd using ternary operator. So what we have to do, first include the header file stdio.h, great. Then include the main function. Okay, so this is the structure. Now what we have to do, first take the number from the user, or I will show you what is the output looks like on the console. So what is the first statement? Enter any number. This is the first statement, enter any number. So user enters suppose 10. Then you have to find out processing part. We have to find out the number is even or odd. So what is the number? 10 is the even number. So what is the message? Number is even. So this is the expected output. So this output looks like on the console. So as per the output or user's requirement, we have to develop our program. So if it is 11, then output get changed. Number is not even, it is a odd one. So number is odd. We know even number means that number is divisible by 2. And if that number is not divisible by 2, then that number is called as odd number. Okay, so this is the output looks like on the console. Now we will write the code for that. So what is the first statement? Enter any number. So this is the first statement. So that we want message on the console or text mode window. So use printf statement in double quotes. Okay, /n because new line. Cursor goes to the new line. So gives you /n. /n means new line. This is called as backslash. This is called as backslash. And if you write this is called as forward slash. Okay, so this is backslash and this is forward slash. Okay, understood. Next, take the value from the user. So use scanf statement %d, where we want to save it at the address of suppose num. Num is the name of the variable. Whenever we use any variable, we have to declare it integer num. Great. Now we have to check whether that number entered by the user, that is here like 11, is even or odd using ternary operator. So how ternary operator looks like? Question mark and colon. Question mark and colon. So this operator is used for processing on the number. So what is our aim? So what is the syntax? First ask the question. Here we can ask the question. First ask the question. If question's answer, if that question's answer is true, then this part is executed, true part. If this question's answer is false, then after colon, that is false, get executed. This is the syntax for ternary operator. I have given here comment line. So this is not executed. This is for our understanding purpose. So what first we want to ask the question, based on that question's answer. If answer is true, first part before colon get executed, and if question's answer is false, wrong, then second part after colon get executed. This is called as syntax of ternary operator. Okay, now implement it. Write the C code. So what is the question? How we can ask the question? So what is the question? So question is num mod of 2 equal to 0. This is my question. Write the question mark. What is my question? Num, that is the number which I have taken from the user at runtime. So that number mod of 2. What is the use of mod operator? Mod operator gives you reminder. Suppose user enters 10. So 10 mod of 2. What it returns? 10 mod of 2. It returns 0. It returns 0. So 0 equal to 0. Yes, it is true. So which part get executed? Before colon. So you can write before colon. That is the true part. So what we have to write? We have to write the statement like this. Printf number is even. Because if it is true, then number is even. And if it is false, then write printf number is odd, and then at the end give the semicolon. Guys, understood? This is called as ternary operator, question mark and colon. So what is my first question? Ask the question to the user. What is the question? Num mod of 2. Not you have used division operator, mod operator. Guys, mod operator gives you reminder. If reminder is 0, that means that number is divisible by 2. If reminder is 0, then print this part. Number is even. If number is odd, for example 11 mod of 2 gives you 1, reminder as a 1. So 1 is equal to 0. Equal to is a comparison operator. So comparison is false. Okay, so which part get executed? Printf number is odd. Yes, great. So let's check last statement, that is return 0. Now it's time for compilation. So there is no error, no warning. Now it's time for execution. So enter the number. Suppose 21. 21 is a odd number. When I have pressed enter key, which statement get executed? Number is odd. That means number is odd because this question's answer is false. So false, if the question's answer is false, false part get executed means after colon. So number is odd. This printf statement get executed. Okay. If you have entered any even number, for example, just compile and run and enter any even number, suppose 20, and press enter. So number is even because it gives you, this question gives you reminder as a 0, and 0 equal to 0, 0 equal to 0. It's true. So if it is true, number mod of 2 is equal to 0, then number is even. Statement get executed. Yes, guys, any doubts? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Ask.
नंबर इव्हन च्या पुढच्या त्या सिम्बॉलचा मीनिंग काय?
Colon. It is called as colon operator.
म्हणजे ते आपण काय दिलेलं का ती वेगळं दाखवायला?
Combination operator is what? Only not question mark is the operator. Operator is what? Question mark colon. This is combined operator. This is a combination operator. So because now tell me, this is one operator. This is second operand. This is third operand. So this operator performs operation on what? Three different operands. So this is called as ternary operator. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next problem statement is for your implementation. You have to implement this problem statement. Okay. I will share that problem statement on chat window. So you have to implement it. Okay, implement the C program to find largest number between two using ternary operator. So you have to think on that. Okay, as well as for your reference, I have shared this code also in the message box. So for your understanding purpose. Okay, guys. So any doubts in these types of operators? So basically there are three different types of operators. One is called as unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. Unary operator performs operation on single operands. For example, plus plus, minus minus, that is unary increment, unary decrement operator. These operators again divided into post increment and pre-increment operators. Then different binary operators. Binary operators are divided into different types. That is arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operators, etc. Then last one, that is the ternary operator, which performs operation on three different operands. So it is called as ternary operator. So the symbol for the ternary operator is question mark and colon. This is single colon. Okay. There are some other operators are also there, double colons, but in the ternary operator, it is a single colon. So question mark and colon. So guys, hope you understand till this. Any doubts? Are you enjoying the lectures? Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are very interested programming. So if you have any doubts, please ask. Yes. Otherwise, try this. There are 7 to 8 minutes are remaining. So try for the next problem statement which we have shared. I have shared. So everyone should try for this. Implement the C program to find largest between two numbers using ternary operators. Your time starts now. Only 5 minutes are there. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. You have to try and paste your code into the chat window. Start. Everyone should start.